Hello my loves, welcome to my channel Sun Love Stars. Welcome to today's reading. Today we're gonna talk about how to manifest and attract abundance, money, wealth, being rich. You know, we're really going to focus on how you can take your manifestations to the next level, or how you can take your energy to the next level, your thoughts to the next level, to the point where you do manifest, you know, your desired salary, your desired, I don't know, like career growth, whatever it is, whatever you're trying to manifest. To be honest, we're not going to be like, I'm not going to tell you this is your purpose, you should do this, you should do that. I'm just going to guide you what you can do in order to receive the answers, basically. So it's more so like, what can I do to receive the answers on my own? Because everybody's, I swear to God, everybody's manifestation history, or like how everything happened for them, is going to be absolutely individual. This means that not everybody has the same manifestation technique, and for some people this works, for other people that works, you know. So I'm just going to kind of like uplift and spark your thoughts to go into the right direction, whether that means you finding out what exactly you're going to do to manifest this abundance, or you already have your business and you need a little bit of like you know, uplifting thoughts to attract more into your life, or we're going to unlock something in your mind, in your heart, that is welcoming all this abundance into your life. So I hope this helps. If you guys like this reading, let me know down in the comments if you do want kind of like regular career checkups, or like, you know, checking in with the energy of your career, of your manifestation, your thoughts and all of that. If you do like that and you want to see more of those, let me know down in the comments. In the next clip you can choose between 4 beautiful piles, and I would say I'm going to see you in your reading, guys. Hello my beautiful pile number 1. You chose this beautiful image here. Today's reading is probably really going to be a little shorter than usual, because I always say, oh, I'm doing a shorter reading. Like in my last reading I was like, I'm doing a shorter reading, and it was 30 minutes for just one pile. So bear with me. I think today is really going to be a little bit shorter. Maybe some of you guys do enjoy shorter readings. Anyway, give me a second, guys. I'm just gonna look at your cards and then we're gonna talk about it. Okay, so the first card that popped out for you guys is successful funding. Okay, let's read out what the card says. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to help you. So the energy that I'm picking up here is that the universe says you already know how to manifest abundance into your life. I feel like you are the type of person, you have a lot of ideas. Maybe you are somebody you struggle with choosing one idea, right? Or choosing which way you want to go. I would recommend for you to go with what makes you the most excited, you know, because I've been there before. I had like so many ideas. I was like, am I going to do an astrology, you know, channel? Am I going to do like a manifestation channel? Am I going to do like a channel talking about like spiritual awakening, you know? But the thing that, you know, made me the most excited was actually cards. And I also felt like you know, I can bring across, it's almost like sometimes there is a specific interest that we have that where you can combine all of these things, because if I do read cards, I can combine astrology with it, I can combine my spiritual awakenings with it, you know. So it's not just one thing, it's one thing, like it's a whole package basically. So Spirit is saying your ideas are divinely guided and supported by God, which means whatever you're choosing, whatever you're choosing that is sparking your heart, sparking your spirits, the universe is saying we are supporting you. So they're directly telling you your ideas are supported. So if you think like, oh, will people support me? Will I have supporters? The universe is going to make sure that you will have supporters, in a sense where the universe works through other people, which means if they want you to be successful somewhere, like with your company, they will make sure that people find your shop. They will make sure that people find your website. So you do not even have to worry about that. You just give it to God. I know it's a little bit it's not that easy to say like, oh, I give it to God, but if you kind of like sit down with yourself and really like bond with the universe, like, thank you, universe, you are my best friend, I know you always have my back, that will also help you to kind of like trust the universe. And also, if you have a problem with trusting the universe, I would, before you start your whole career manifestation, I would work on your relationship with the universe, which means, do you want the universe to show you signs that they are there, kind of like that they assure you that they are there, or that there's something out there that is helping you. So if you need that, I would definitely tell you to ask the universe for signs, or really have like a real conversation, where you really take it seriously. When you do like a little ritual, or you put a candle on and you tell the universe, I need a sign, please show me a sign, or something like that, and you just wait for the universe. It's almost like communicating with the universe, where you feel like you say something and something is coming back to you, right? It also talks about crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments. So I almost want to say that Spirit is saying, the universe is saying that along the way, depending on what you're going to choose for your career, there will be people that want to help you, that genuinely want to help you, because they also find your ideas really, really cool. So you don't have to think that you're doing this on your own. You're manifesting with the universe, and the universe is helping you through other people that are coming to you, kind people, lovely people, so just keep that in mind, because sometimes we feel like I can't do this on my own, or nobody will support me. That's not true, because the universe will send the people to you that are on the same frequency as you, or they were meant to find your business, your shop, your website, whatever it is, your music, because we're all connected. It's not like we're separate. Separation is an illusion. We're all connected. This whole globe is literally connected, Okay, we also have here abundance mindset. If you think, oh, hold on, let me show you the card. Okay. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. I also know that that is a little bit let's say not that easy, right? Because the reality looks a little different. But what I was watching Nea's vision. I usually don't watch her videos, but I just came across her videos, and maybe some of you guys know Nea's vision. In her video, she said that if you, for example, if you pray for something, right, and the universe is sending you 111777, or you can already see, like, let's say you want to manifest true love into your life, and all of a sudden you see wedding dresses everywhere, and you see wedding rings everywhere, advertisement, all of that energy is coming to you. Nea said in her video that those signs and synchronicities are already your manifestation, in a sense where this does not mean that you need another sign and another sign and another sign. This already means, like, if you see those advertisements for wedding dresses, right? I don't know why I'm talking about that. We're talking about money. Okay, let's say you want to make exactly $10,000, okay? And all of a sudden you see people talking about $10,000 on YouTube. You hear people talking about $10,000. That is already the universe, first of all, ensuring you that you are on the right path to get there, because it takes on different forms. Because if you think about it all the time and you hear somebody talking about exactly 10,000 euros or $10,000, this already means that you are manifesting it, but the energy is a little small, and then it grows and grows and grows until you have it on your hands, right? So it's almost this energy of like the signs that you get already are the assurance that you need. It's almost like the sign that you get already means you are manifesting it. You're getting closer to it, step by step, step by step. You're getting closer to your desired goal, you know. It also talks about that we shouldn't think that it's going to happen in the future, right? Because if it's going to happen, the future is long and infinite. So maybe it will help you to think today it's going to happen. Like you tell yourself every day, today is it going to happen, today is it going to happen, today is it going to happen, you know. Just to have like this thought in your mind, like when you wake up, like today I'm going to have my breakthrough, and you tell yourself that every day, today I'm going to have my breakthrough, because then you are manifesting the energy into your present moment, which is always, you know, today, you know, in this very moment, you know. I'm also feeling an energy that the universe is trying to tell you that your success could come at any point in time, at any moment. So you shouldn't think, or you know, it's preventing you. Like if we think about it in the future, again, it's always like far away from us. But if we change our thoughts to, wow, it could happen at any point in time, like it could happen tomorrow, it could happen in 1 week, it could happen in 5 minutes, right? That also means that you are in the energy of receiving it right here, right now, and not in the future, okay? We also have here quiet retreat. It is time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself and you'll have more clarity about what you do next. Okay, so some of you guys need some clarity on what you should do next, your next step. Very simple and easy. Spirit is saying, hold on, she wants to be in the frame. Excuse me? The moon is stealing my shine. Okay, so this is very, very simple here, where Spirit is saying you need some quiet time where your thoughts are not influenced by media, by social media, by people outside. It's almost like we get influenced by a lot of things. Advertisement, news, people, social media, Twitter, Instagram, people talking. So I always say that sometimes we need to hear our own thoughts and hear our own inner voice, but we cannot hear ourselves and our own inner voice when we watch movies, because when we watch movies we listen to somebody else. When we watch videos we listen to somebody else. When we look on Instagram at pictures, we are putting the attention to somebody else, you know. So Spirit is saying bring the attention and the focus back to yourself, where you just hear your own thoughts, you listen to your own inner voice. So you definitely need some quiet retreat, especially when you feel like your mind is all over the place. This means every time you feel confusion, it is not the right time for you to make a decision, right? So you always need to come back to this energy of like, and then you relax and then you process all your thoughts, okay? Another thing that I would recommend, which I do recommend a lot, is processing your thoughts can also be, it's very beneficial when you write your thoughts down. What are you thinking? Where do you want your business to go? What is your intention with it? What are your ideas? What are the pros and cons of your ideas? Kind of like brainstorming and writing everything down, so that it's almost like you bring your thoughts onto paper or onto your laptop, whatever it is, your iPad or something, and then you can process it a little bit better, because then you have it in front of you, right? So you write your thoughts down and you have them in front of you, and then you can study them, and then you can come to conclusions, and then you can come to insights, you know. We also have here believe in your good luck. So maybe for some of you guys, you struggle a little bit with believing that you will be the lucky one to be rich, you will be the lucky one to be wealthy, you will be the lucky one to go viral on TikTok, YouTube, whatever it is. So Spirit is saying they highly recommend for you to have a mantra that like a mantra or an affirmation that you say, like, I'm a lucky child, I'm always lucky. Could also be an energy of that you actually get a lucky charm, like let's say a lucky chain, a lucky charm, or that you have a specific, like let's say I'm choosing this object here, okay, and I'm saying this object is going to bring me luck. So there's an energy here of you believing that you are lucky, you believing that the universe chose you to be the lucky one, because it could also be that you sometimes think other people are lucky and you are not. So you definitely need to look at that, or to kind of like, I feel like your manifestations and what you want is coming to you faster when you say I am lucky, you know, I'm lucky, always good things happen to me, you know. how you want to program your mind into thinking that you're lucky is your choice, you know, whether you listen to some affirmations on YouTube or you write them down on your own or you sing something. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the song Happy by Pharrell Williams, because I'm happy. Da, da, da. So maybe you also need music that makes you feel lucky. Or again, a lucky charm, lucky symbols. You can also put a lucky symbol in your wallet. I think it's going to really, really like uplift and boost your thoughts and your spirit into thinking that you are lucky and also manifesting this lucky energy. And I also feel like Spirit is saying you are indeed lucky. You know, you are indeed lucky, but sometimes we can block our luck by not believing that we're lucky, okay? Then we also have trust that all will be well and attuned to the divine. So there's definitely a need here for you guys to reconnect with the universe, with your spirit guides. Attuned to the divine tells me, again, taking a step back when it comes to social media, taking a step back when it comes to looking at other people's success. Yes, you can get inspiration, but also make sure that it's almost like you give yourself the stage, in a sense where, again, what I was talking about, if you pay attention to people on Netflix, YouTube and stuff like that, you pay them attention, but now it's time to pay attention to yourself and your own thoughts, in a sense where you are the shining star, you are the stage, you know. You don't, you know, like that you take like 1 or 2 hours in a day, that you are the primarily focused, that you are the focus, your thoughts are the focus, not other people, you know, looking at other people, which is not bad. I'm just saying that Spirit is saying right now it's really, really beneficial for you to focus on yourself, okay? To really like turn everything off. It's a little bit awkward, I know. Put your favorite music on and really like focus on you. You are the shining star. You are the main character in your life right now. You know, the main character is not somebody on Netflix, not somebody on Instagram. You are the main character, you know. You are writing your own story right now, your own story of success. So it's kind of like pay more attention to yourself, okay? Then we also have your fire. It says, the radiant light from the south spreads in all directions. It awakens your passion and intuition. The organization and preparation are over. Now is the ideal time to execute your plans. Go forward at full speed. Don't lose the opportunity. So Spirit is saying you're ready. Spirit is saying you are ready to go full force. You are ready to sit yourself down, make a plan, to organize your office, right? To organize your office, to organize your website. You are ready to put yourself out there. You are ready. Spirit is saying you are ready, and go full force, you know. Tune into what your professional self would look like, and then try to adjust your reality to that. And then we also have here, count your blessings. It says, wealth and power surround you and smooth journeys lie ahead. So Spirit is saying it's going to be a smooth journey for you. We're going to help you. You will probably be the lucky one where things manifest quite fast, I would say, because the luck tells me like, you know, maybe other people take a little bit longer to manifest something depending on, you know, their beliefs and all of that. But Spirit is saying you're going to be the lucky one that is going to manifest quite fast, you know. So wealth and power surrounds you and smooth journeys lie ahead. Make the best of this time while remaining productive. So now's the perfect time to be productive. Be humble and modest. Appreciate what you have and remember those who stood by you. So Spirit is also saying, if you already have like a little following or something, always focus on them. Always focus on, you know, the positive people or the people that give you like feedback, right? Even like your friends telling you like, oh my God, you can make so much money with it, you're talented and stuff like that. You know, take them seriously when they tell you that. Take them seriously when they tell you you have a talent, right? And another thing that I'm also feeling here is also think about how often the universe came through and helped you, how often the universe came through and was sending you signs and stuff like that, because that kind of like strengthens your bond with the universe, which also means you're going to manifest a little bit easier, a little bit faster, you know. So I'm going to get just a few cards here. What can my beautiful pile number 1 do? Also, if you're thinking like, I have so many ideas, I don't know with which one to start, you can either, again, take the idea that makes you the most happy, kind of like rank them. You know, what is number one that makes you the happiest? Can you combine those ideas? Okay. Another thing that I'm also feeling here, if you feel like you have so many ideas and you cannot choose, again, it's about like calming your mind down, turning everything off, to be in have a quiet retreat, you know, so that you can see things clearly. But what I actually wanted to say is you can also manifest that you know what to do, kind of like writing down, I know exactly what to do, my ideas are golden, they work perfectly, you know, it's almost like you're writing down, I finally know which idea is the right idea for my business, I finally know how to move forward, you know. Let's see, because that is like the energy that you're going to emit, and that is also the energy that like manifests. Okay, so let's see, just 1 or 2 cards. 3 of Cups. There could be an energy here where you maybe want to talk to your friends about it. Maybe your friends can help you, or there could also be an energy that you might benefit from manifesting with your friends, is something that I'm seeing here. The Fool card tells me you are a little bit scared to start, which is completely normal. You are a little bit scared to start this new chapter. Spirit is saying you're ready, and you're like, am I really ready? I'm scared. That is completely normal, guys, that you are scared when you start something new. I'm just feeling here, the energy that I'm picking up here is how do you say that? Having fear and doing it anyway, because eventually you will get over your fear. I'm definitely seeing here that you're going to build something big, but Spirit is saying start building your website, start organizing your office, start to, you know, reach out to people, videographers or whatever you're manifesting, right? Talk to your friends about like what they think of your idea, or maybe use your friends to practice, is something that I'm seeing here. Let's see, 1 more card. Look at that, guys. If you don't start, Linda, look at that. So this says count your blessings, right? It says that a smooth journey lies ahead, and that wealth, what does it say? Wealth and power surrounds you. So that means the energy is already around you, the energy is already within you, the energy is already in your birth chart, in astrology, right? All over the place. You know that you're going to be successful. It's just the energy of like, am I ready to start, and what is going to happen? Just do it. You will see what will happen. And again, Spirit is supporting you. Spirit is making sure that everything is going to be smooth, although you have fear that something could go wrong. Look at that, honey. What is going on here? We talk about abundance, we get abundance. Abundance, money, you're going to manifest something huge here, okay, guys? So do not worry about it. The money is right here, okay? That's the last card for you guys. The money is right here. Spirit is saying you are meant to be wealthy, okay? You are meant to make huge amounts of money. You have the power to do so, okay? So I hope this helped, guys. Let me know down in the comments if you liked it, if you want more of those readings. Yeah, actually it's really a shorter reading. That's nice. Let me know if you like shorter or longer readings, okay? And I'm going to see you in my next one. I wish you a lovely day. Bye. Hello, my loves. Hello, my beautiful pie number 2. So you chose this beautiful image here. Let's see what's going on here. How can you manifest abundance, wealth, money, financial freedom, a huge money bag? How can you manifest that? Give me a second, guys. Okay. Okay, guys, so we have here attracting, not chasing, okay? Let's read out the card. So it says, anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way because of the fears underlying chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. So the energy that I'm picking up here immediately is usually when we are chasing something, we're usually in a survival mode, or we are in an energy of like feeling low or feeling like we're lacking something. Completely normal, because most of the times there is really a desire that we truly want and we're lacking it, and then we feel like shit. That is completely normal. The only thing that I have noticed is that I need to, like, every time I feel that way, every time I feel like things are not happening for me, or you know, I feel really, really low, that means that you need to, I always say that, but you need to recharge your batteries, which means you need to charge. Just imagine that your battery is low, which also means you feel like you don't have the strength to manifest all these things, or you don't have the right energy, or you feel too low to manifest. Spirit is saying the more you can, well, I'm trying to, you know, articulate my thoughts properly. So what I have noticed for me is that every time I feel low, it means that I need to do something that makes me happy, which means maybe I love to dance, I love to listen to music. So that means what I'm feeling here is, instead of like feeling like you need to run after what you want, how about you take a little break and say like, okay, this is what I want, but I'm feeling like I feel a little bit low, I feel a little bit like discouraged, right? And then you just do things that kind of, I'm not saying that, you know, you have to be positive all the time. That is absolutely not the truth, okay? But what I'm saying is, every time you feel lower, every time you feel sad, you would benefit from like dancing, cooking, doing something that makes you feel happy, that is not necessarily connected to your goal, because then you are charging your energy, you're charging your batteries with inspiration, with love, with happiness, with feeling like, you know, funny and stuff like that, feeling jolly. Again, you don't have to always feel jolly to manifest. This is absolutely not the truth, but you do have to feel like, how can I say that? That you are in an energy that is, you know, because if you get your dreams, or if your goals are coming to you, or if you're manifesting your goals, you would usually be happy, right? You would probably dance. So what would you do if I'm thinking like Spirit is saying, what would you do if you already were rich, if you already were wealthy, if you already manifested your dreams? You would probably dance, you would probably sing, you would probably jump around in the apartment, right? To kind of like slowly but surely, it doesn't happen from one day to another, but to slowly but surely already express that happiness before your goals, or before you're manifesting your goals. I know it's a little bit like, you know, it takes a little bit of practice, but what I'm feeling here is, take out the jolly self out of yourself, like the happy self, in a sense where, again, you already do the things that you would do if you already had your dreams. You know, if you already had money, you would probably like dance around, you would probably like be happy, you would probably hug people out of happiness because you feel so full of happiness, you feel so alive. So Spirit is saying, it's almost like this energy of like, focus on your energy. And I would highly recommend for you to meditate, or do something that is kind of like releasing. It's almost like about releasing fear, or releasing tension, or releasing stress. That is what I'm feeling here. Releasing tension, releasing stress. And you can find your own way, like how do you want to release stress and tension. What I like to do is I like to listen to meditation music, or I sometimes also like to do yoga to release stress, because when you release stress, it's almost like your vessel is a little bit more clear. It's not like clouded with, like, it's almost like a dark cloud that is hiding the sun. And this dark cloud is stress and anxiety and fear and all of that. So you have to work on stress, anxiety, and fear, how you can kind of like dissolve the knot, you know, that you feel a little bit more calm about your dreams, a little bit more easy, you know. There's also an energy of like, I feel like Spirit wants to say that maybe you need to switch your thoughts to thinking things are easy instead of things are hard. So maybe like it's easy for me to manifest, and again, it's easy for me to overcome my fears, it's easy for me to release stress, it's easy for me to get myself back up, you know, when I feel a little bit low. It's easy for me. So there's an energy. I feel like the word easy is very important, because you might be somebody that thinks things have to be hard in order to manifest, which is not the truth. Usually things manifest when we feel ease and peace, okay? We also have here release jealousy. The card says, jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something, and the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's success inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. So I can relate, honey, okay? Listen, Linda, I can relate. You see people that are freaking successful and you're like, how the heck did they do that? How the heck did this person do that, right? And you're like, you know, why are they so lucky and I am not? I understand you, okay? What I have found out that works for me is that I think, I'm one of them. So instead of thinking like, it's them, they have success and I don't, see yourself as, I'm one of them. I'm just at the beginning stage, but I'm one of them. You can also write down, I'm as successful as somebody and somebody, if you do want to manifest a specific, you know, amount of money, or a specific, if you have a specific goal that you write down, I'm as successful as, you know. Another thing that I'm also feeling here is, you know, like, again, feeling like you are one of them, like you're part of the people that manifest huge amounts of money, that manifest wealth. So instead of seeing you like you are not part of the club, see yourself as somebody who's just at the beginning, but you're one of them, okay? Another thing that I'm also feeling here is, if you see people having success, pay attention to what they say when they talk about manifestation, or what do you truly admire about them? Because sometimes when we are jealous about people, or when we are like, I'm not saying that you are like jealous and evil, not at all, but sometimes jealousy comes up, like I'm seeing this person like manifesting, I don't know, like in 3 months they have 1 million subscribers or something like that, and you're like, how does that even fucking work, you know? So what I'm feeling here is, Spirit is also saying, look at those people and see what you admire about them, and what you want to take on. Like, what do you admire about the people that you look up to, or the people that where you feel like, oh my god, they did it and who am I to do it? Because sometimes they have certain qualities. It could be, this person is extremely kind, this person is extremely productive, this person is extremely present, you know, or this person is, they have a lovely way of expressing themselves, right? So that way you can kind of like take on their energy that brought them success. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, okay, this person, for example, they have like a flower shop, and they are very successful with their flower shop. Now, if you look at this person, what did they do? Does their flower shop have something very unique? Do they use, you know, lucky charms? What is this person like? Because if you look at them and you kind of like take on what you admire about them, you also take on the energy of this person that brought them to success, okay? We also have here, detox your friendships. Your abundance flow is being affected by the people whom you're spending time. To be discerning about your associations and relationships, choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. So this is very clear and to the point. I'm not going to get much into it. Spirit is saying, look at the people that you spend time with. This does not always only mean your friends, but this could also be the people that you watch on YouTube, what you watch on Netflix, the people that you follow on Instagram. If you also feel like somebody is discouraging you and you really can't take it, don't watch them, don't follow them, don't watch them, focus on you, okay? If anything or anyone is discouraging you, take it out of your life, because it's influencing your flow of abundance. Then we have here, focus on the positive, which we already talked about. There's an energy of like, there's always a balance between negative and positive energy, but when you feel like, I feel a little bit more negative today, to just find things that kind of like uplift you, that don't have necessarily anything to do with your goal. They're just things that you genuinely enjoy, and that kind of like make you feel like life is good, or life is not that bad, you know, because that brings you to a higher frequency. And again, also manifesting starts to be easy instead of hard, you know. We also have unleash your kindest self and take inspired action. So Spirit is saying, every time you feel inspiration, don't sit on your inspiration, take action. Don't think, oh, maybe this idea is stupid. No, do it. Because if you feel this inspiration, if you feel like jolly, like, oh my god, this would be so freaking cool, do it. Because the energy that you feel goes into what you're doing, and that also attracts beautiful things to you. And then we have here, unleash your kindest self, which talks about being the kindest self to yourself. that means telling yourself you are great, you look amazing, you have a lot of talents. Also telling yourself like, again, I'm one of those. I'm just as beautiful as this person. I'm just as kind as this person. You know, if you do compare yourself, if you do admire people, you have the qualities within you. Sometimes they need to be unleashed, okay? So it's almost this energy of like, unleash your kindest self, which means no more beating yourself up, no more talking bad to yourself, you know? Again, this can also be something that we have to train. So if you feel like it's really, really hard for you to talk positively to yourself, there are self-love affirmations on YouTube. Self-love affirmations on YouTube. You can also do self-love rituals. However you want to manifest you being kind to yourself, because if you are kind to yourself, if you don't beat yourself up no more, that also means that it's almost like a garden, like a flower. If you are harsh to a flower, she will not grow. But if you are kind to a flower and you water the flower, then it will grow into something beautiful. So it's almost like you can maximize your growth by being kind to yourself, whatever that means to you, and however you want to practice kindness with yourself. We also have here, inaction is the best action. Your current situation is in harmony with the course of nature. Everything is as it should be. So you are in the right place. Do you know what it reminds me of? There's a song by 𝐸𝑚𝒊𝒎𝒂𝒏, Love in Full Effect it's called. And then she says, right place, right time, right mind, right now, right direction. Maybe you want to listen to that song. So your current situation is in harmony with the course of nature. Everything is as it should be. Accept this and do nothing. Focus on learning and experiencing. Allow things to unfold. So Spirit is almost saying, I'm also feeling here for some of you guys, you already started something and you feel like you don't see the success or you don't see things coming to you. Spirit is saying right now, it's almost like there's a time in the day for success to come to you, for this huge wave to come to you. So if it's not coming to you right now, just accept it, enjoy yourself, enjoy your life, do things that make you happy, you know, because eventually things are coming to you, okay? There's an energy here where Spirit is saying it's not like you have to, you know, beat yourself up or really like burn yourself out in order to receive success, in order to manifest success. What Spirit is saying right now is, I almost want to say, focus on your energy, focus on how you are feeling emotionally, focus on how good you're feeling emotionally, how balanced you feel emotionally, right? How fulfilled you feel emotionally, and that very easily and naturally brings everything to you, okay? We also have here, be flexible. Everything happens for a reason. So Spirit is saying everything is in order. There is a divine order that is happening in your life right now. There are many options out there. Perfection is an illusion. You can move forward even while going against the current. Particularly will divert you. Hold on. You can move forward even while going against the current. Particularity will divert you from your destination. So you Lindas, you guys are probably perfectionists. You guys are probably perfectionists, and Spirit is saying, so what I'm feeling here is there's an energy of, what I'm feeling here is, make sure that you feel good, okay? What does that mean to you? To just feel balanced, good, peaceful. That is step number one, just to feel good, especially on those days where you feel really, really freaking low. What sparks you? What brings you up? What makes you feel love again instead of fear? What makes you feel happiness instead of lack, okay? What makes you feel comfort, you know, instead of fear? Focus on that. And then Spirit is saying, do not focus on things have to be perfect, just start. So Spirit is saying, after you are, it's almost like after you nurture yourself like a beautiful, magnificent flower, after you water the flower, that's when you can take action. And it says be flexible. So just do things with what you have. If you don't have a camera, use your phone, okay? If you feel like you lack something, just start anyway, okay? Because eventually the energy it's almost like the energy becomes perfect. If you start a painting, the painting does not look perfect. The painting kind of looks, especially when you ask painters, usually the painting looks a little bit like weird. What is going on here? All these colors, and the definition comes before. After. It's almost like you start with a foundation that is a little bit messy. The foundation is a little bit messy, a little bit weird. That's completely normal. And as you start to, you know, create the painting, you know how the definition comes after, when they start to like define the jaw or put like a little bit of like light on the cheeks so that it looks beautiful in the painting. All these things, like the perfectionist within you, can come through after a while, after you're already, you know, let's say after you experience certain things. Like let's say you start your own business. It is only about, in the beginning, it's not necessarily about success, it's about experiencing, it's about becoming comfortable with the new situation, right? Becoming confident with the new situation. And what do you learn? All the mistakes that you learn, all the mistakes that you make, you learn from them. And that kind of brings you to perfection, you know? So mistakes have to be there in order to make something almost perfect or magnificent, right? So don't see mistakes as I need to avoid mistakes. No, mistakes are the reason why perfectionism, or why, let's say, why, I don't want to use the word perfection, why excellence exists. Okay, excellence exists because people learn from mistakes, and then they become better and better and better and better. So I almost want to say right now, the stage that you're in right now is about becoming better, experiencing what it is like to be in this new energy. What is it like to manifest money? What is it like to think about your own business? What is it like to wanting a bigger position in the company? What is it like in the beginning? What is it like? What do I experience? What do I see? What do I learn? What do I feel, right? So as you go through all these things, right, the energies are unfolding. And then when you have this energy of like comfort and ease, because we talked about it, feeling like you need to chase something, or you're feeling stressed, if you will manifest your goals, this is also an energy that we usually go through when we start to become self-employed, when we start to manifest financial freedom. It is completely normal to feel stressed and anxiety and feeling fear to fail. That is normal. You are experiencing right now your journey to wealth, money, success, and status, okay? This is part of the journey, so just experience it as it is right now, okay? Because the energies are always changing. There's nothing is constant. So as you experience this, as your soul is growing, as your mind is growing, your thoughts are changing, you get used to the whole situation, you know? That's when new energy can come through. I'm feeling here, I'm almost feeling this energy here, working through your fears, working through your insecurities, by first of all focusing on how you're feeling, that it is your priority to ask yourself, how do I feel? How does my body feel today? How do I feel emotionally? How do I feel spiritually? Do I feel some tension? Do I feel like I need to cry? Do I feel like I need to move my body because I'm just feeling like a little bit like, you know, stiff, you know? As you focus on that, you also prepare yourself. It's almost like I don't know why I'm thinking about that, but like a horse, you know, like a horse. How do you say that? Like a horse show where the horses run and you can like bet on one horse. You have to nurture the horse. If the horse is not sleeping, not getting food, not drinking, how do you think the horse will perform? Not good. So the better you nurture yourself, the better you perform. And again, right now the stage that you're in is about experiencing also the shadow side of like becoming your own, becoming a business owner, which means like fear of failure. It is all part of the experience, and you're working through it right now. Do you know what I'm feeling here? I'm feeling here like I'm seeing ties, knots, right? And you're opening up one knot after the other. You're opening up one knot after the other until it's all straight and there is no blockage. It is not a blockage, okay? What you're experiencing is not a blockage. It is you experiencing life. a little bit like the shadow things of life, but you're experiencing life, okay? So you're becoming the best version of yourself by addressing your fear, your insecurity, your doubt, and you're working through it until the knots are resolved, the knot is gone. And that's when your wealth is coming through here, guys. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, let's get a few more cards here. How can pile number 2 manifest money, abundance, wealth? Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Okay, guys, again, there's an energy here that you have to look at the people that are in your surroundings and how they affect your emotions. Because if they affect your emotions in a negative way, it's even harder for you to kind of like, you know, it's even harder for you to be in an accepting, loving, jolly energy, right? So there's an energy here you need to, let's see. Give me a second, guys. Just gonna get one more card here. Okay, look at that. Okay, listen, Linda, let's talk about it. So, you have the 5 of Cups here. This is what we were talking about. How do you feel emotionally? If you feel like a lack of energy, if you feel like you didn't sleep well, it's like, do you know what I want to say? How you're feeling is abundance. I don't know why. I want to say how you're feeling is abundance in a sense where you're healthy. You're healthy, you feel energized, you feel good, you ate fruits and vegetables, you drank enough, right? That is indeed abundance because your body is healthy and vital and vibrant, right? And that energy you can put into whatever you're creating. So what you're creating is healthy, vibrant, strong, right? And then this energy can manifest, this wealth can manifest. I really feel like you really need to like say, how I feel is my biggest priority every day. That I every day take care of my body, every day take care of my emotions, every day take care of my mind, my mental health, my physical health, my emotional health. As you focus on that, you're thinking, hey, I need to focus on making money. The interesting thing is like the turning point here is you focusing on feeling healthy and feeling good is what brings you abundance. You think it has nothing to do with each other, right? You think that you have to run after your goals, you know, you have to burn yourself out. It doesn't matter how you feel. And I truly understand it because I was like that as well. Like, it doesn't matter how I feel, I need to make this money. That's absolutely not true. How you're feeling is the key to making money. So when you take care of yourself, that's when money comes in, okay? That's when opportunities come in. It's interesting because we think we have to really focus on like this business plan and stuff like that. No, priority number 1 is how you're feeling, okay? And when you feel good, that's also when the inspiration comes in. I'm not just talking about like always being positive, but also, are you taking care of your body, right? Are you taking care of your body? Are you taking care of your need to play, your need to have fun? You know, we also have the Lovers card here. There's an energy I'm feeling here, an energy where Spirit is saying you need to transition from, it's almost like loving life again, I almost want to say. I'm feeling an energy here that Spirit is saying they want you to love life again, to love the little things, to love the little things that make you happy. It's almost like developing a love for life, or developing a love for yourself, developing, just like I'm feeling here, developing a love for the things that you can do at this point in time, in a sense where you, I wouldn't say like that you have a more positive outlook on life. I would rather say that you dwell. Didn't we talk about the song Love in Full Effect? I think so. No, I just mean with the love energy, it's just like that you start to love life again. And what do you need to start to love life? Separate from your goal. Separate from your goal. Let's say you have your goal. what else would you focus on? Would you focus on your health? Would you focus on transforming your body? What would you focus on? So the things that are available to you right now that you can change, that are not necessarily connected to wealth, you should focus on that, because exactly you focusing on something else, that's when it comes to you. And it's interesting because it talked about chasing. So you're chasing your goal. Your goal is right here, and you're like, and it's not coming. It's gone. It's like you don't get there. Then you focus here on your health, on your emotional health, and you're not chasing anymore, and that's like it comes to you. That's what I'm feeling here. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Honey, we have the Ten of Pentacles here. The Ten of Pentacles talks about abundance. Look at that. The door is opening. The key to you manifesting is to be the most kind person you can be to yourself, to your body. You making sure that you feel good, you making sure that you talk to yourself positively. This is really about how you're feeling. How you're feeling is determining the outcome of what you're trying to manifest. So if you feel like shit, it's probably not going to be as beautiful what you're manifesting, what you're creating. If you feel good, interestingly enough, if you focus on how you're feeling, that's when abundance is coming to you, and it's already in the cards. You have the power. The universe is saying, yes, we're going to make it happen, but we also want you to make sure that you feel good, okay? And when you feel good and when you're kind to yourself, that's when we say, okay, now the money can come in. Okay, my beautiful pie number 2. I hope you like this reading. Let me know down in the comments if you like it. Also, if you would like more of those readings, if you like shorter or longer readings maybe, because this one is, yeah, it's a little bit shorter than usual. Okay, my beautiful pie number 2. I'm going to see you in my next one. I wish you a lovely day. Bye. I'm a beautiful pie number 3. So you chose this beautiful image here. Let's see what's going on with you guys. I already laid out the cards on the table. So the first card that we have is no more complaining. Complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which is never true spiritually. Take back your power, your God-given power, by affirming that you have an abundance of choices and freedom. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations blossom into reality. So Spirit is saying they want you to no longer complain. Even if you think to yourself like, damn, I wish I had the money, or like, I have no money. Spirit is saying like, it's okay for you to think it, but don't speak it into existence, or don't speak it out. There's an energy here where Spirit is saying, I know that, again, it's a little tricky with manifestation. It's different for everybody. I'm just, sparking your thoughts into the right direction. But sometimes it's almost like step into your new self, I want to say. So your old self would complain, your old self would say, I don't have money. Your old self would say, I can never accomplish those things. That's your old self, the self that has doubt and insecurities. So I almost want to say, Spirit is saying, create your new self. Create your new self and act as your new self. So what does your new self, the best version of yourself, what does your new self look like? I don't know why I'm picking up like old self and new self, but like I almost want to say that maybe you want to be a completely different person, or that you really, really long to be as confident as other people, or that you want to be as organized as other people, like you admire other people for things that you feel like you don't have, or character traits that you don't have. And Spirit is saying, as you admire those character traits, you truly have them, but they have to kind of like blossom and bloom inside of you. So I almost want to say, step into your new self, and every time you make a decision or have a thought, compare it to your old self with doubt, and your new self who's done with complaining. And I'm also hearing the quote, you talked negatively to yourself for the last 20 years and it didn't bring you nowhere. What would you think would happen if you started to talk positively to yourself? I don't know why, that's just what I'm feeling here or hearing. There's an energy where Spirit is saying, step into your new self, which also means maybe new habits, or that you redirect your thoughts in the moment where you're like, oh, that's my old self. But my new self says, There's also another quote that says, "I'm not broke, I am pre-rich." Or something along those lines. That's what I'm feeling here. That's the energy that I'm feeling here, like a new attitude, that you develop a new attitude. Even if you have those thoughts and they're lingering in your mind, to just redirect them or to say the complete opposite of the thought that you have. It's almost like changing your mind to, sometimes we do get grumpy, right? We get grumpy because we don't have all these things that would bring us a lot of happiness. So I almost want to say, like, challenge your grumpy self, or challenge your frustrating self, or your frustrating voice by kind of like making the let's say you have a thought of like, I'm not good at this, your positive self, your goofy self, your pre-rich self would say, I'm not good at this yet, but watch me. So your frustrated self would say, I'm not good at that. Nothing will come out of this. The funny side of yourself, the goofy side of yourself would say, watch me in 3 months, watch me doing my thing in 3 months. That's the energy, what I'm feeling here. That Spirit is saying kind of like, they want you to have fun with manifestation. They want you to make like jokes with yourself about your situation, like, oh, watch me, I'm gonna be the rich auntie, because as you speak that's exactly what is going to manifest. I don't know, I have to smile all the time with you guys here. Okay, and then it says, exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. So it says the key to manifesting quickly is to have very high energy levels, and the easiest way to increase them is through physical exercise. Choose a fun, you see, we talked about it, I didn't read the card. Choose a fun and meaningful activity so that you look forward to exercising, and it becomes its own reward. So I'm also feeling an energy here that you guys, if you are frustrated, it manifests in your body, that you maybe have like a stiff neck, or your back is hurting, or you just overall feel like weak on your legs or something along those lines. And Spirit is saying you can release your frustration, because sometimes we are angry about a situation. We are angry. It is like that, being angry is just as important. And being angry is just as valid as being happy or being peaceful. It's a valid emotion. Now, what do you do with that emotion? Spirit is saying they want you to exercise a little bit to release frustration and release your grumpy self, your frustrated self. And they're saying here, when you exercise, it's like your old self is leaving your body. And another thing is also interesting, because I've been going through that. I used to have very, very bad anxiety, and then I noticed every time I was like active, like physically active, I did something, I went to the gym and stuff like that, I didn't even have time to complain. I didn't even have the energy. I didn't have the energy to be mad, because when you put your energy into like, your gym routine, you don't have the energy to be mad. You don't have the energy to feel frustrated. It's interesting. And it's also the energy of like you're cleaning your vessel, you're cleaning the vessel that you have inside of you that is full of emotions by exercising. And when the vessel is clear and clean, new things can come in. I'm also feeling here, if you're dealing with like very negative thoughts, exercising is going to be the cure. Exercising is the most beautiful thing. I remember a quote that said, exercising is one of the most powerful antidepressants. I am not a doctor. I'm just saying what I experienced. For me, it was the truth, because anxiety and fear and frustration and being angry is an energy. Emotion, energy in motion, right? The energy is present. What do we do with that energy? I am angry. So if I go to the gym and I let this energy out, I channel and I redirect this energy, this angry energy that I have, I release it. I release it in the gym. I release it with some exercise. It's like the focus when we are overthinking is on our mind, right? All the energy that we have is focused on thoughts. But when you do exercises, you have to focus on your body, you have to focus on your posture, and we all know how done we are when we're done with our gym routine or when we're done with exercising. Then you're like, first of all, you're breathing, you're in the moment, but you don't have the energy to think too much, right? Try it out and see if you're experiencing what I'm currently, explaining, how your thoughts are going down because you don't have the energy. You pull all your energy into this exercise, Now, we also have here, it's like you're cleaning your vessel from frustration and being angry. It's almost like you need to have an outlet for that energy, okay? Because it's valid to be there, but what do we do with that energy? With that energy in motion, okay? We also have your conscious consumer. You have the power to heal and help the world with your decision to buy only products and services that are ethical and environmental friendly. As a conscious consumer, you choose to invest in fair trade and organic goods, and you live simply and you purchase only that which you need. So I'm also feeling here, Spirit is saying this could really like concern your consumerism or what you do consume. Spirit is saying maybe pay attention a little bit to kind of like invest into organic. I also feel like this could concern your diet, like organic, fair trade, to eat healthy, something that I'm feeling here, because it's going to bring your energy levels to a higher level. That also means that you have enough energy to manifest this huge thing, which requires a lot of energy, huh? But I'm also feeling here with the conscious consumer, maybe your business will thrive if you do something organic or fair trade. Maybe you have been thinking about like creating a product or something along those lines, and Spirit is saying when you do it organic and fair, we're going to support the heck out of your business so that it is going to blossom and bloom because you have a purpose with your business. It's something that I'm feeling here, okay? Now we also have the trust the universe, be real and shine. So what I'm feeling here is with the trust the universe, this is very simple it's easier said than done to trust the universe, but I'm just feeling here an energy. I think I said the same thing in pile number 1, to strengthen your bond with the universe. And what does that mean to you? That is very, very important when we manifest, because we co-create with the universe. The universe, Spirit, God, in essence, is the energy of creation. This energy created trees, flowers, birds, us humans, everything. So this energy is naturally an energy that wants to create, okay? So the only thing that you need to do here is to see the universe as your best friend and talk to your best friend. Talk to the universe, talk to God. God is your best friend, is going to help you and support you. So maybe you are in the need of like talking to Spirit a little bit more, or to have like a real conversation, like have a real conversation, like be real to them, like tell them like, damn universe, I've been frustrated, like can you help me to find my way, like, and ask them for help as well, And we have the Shine card here. The interesting thing that I'm feeling here, Spirit is saying it's time for you to become the best version of yourself that you have in your mind. Like actively pursue, actively adjust your daily routine, actively adjust your decisions based upon what does my best self look like. That is what I'm feeling here. It's time for you to embrace the best version of yourself. If you needed a green light, this is your green light, okay? And then we have here, earn it. Abandon ego and work hard towards your goal, one step at a time. Didn't I talk about one step at a time? I think it was pile number 2. Anyway, education, virtue, and diligence allow a soul's inner wisdom to manifest itself. There is no shortcuts, you must earn it. So Spirit is saying, don't get frustrated when things do not manifest in like 1 or 2 weeks or in one or 2 months. Spirit is saying, if you put in the work, what you put in is what comes back to you. So if you put in the work, if you show the universe that you are committed with your dreams, with your plans, they're almost like saying, don't get frustrated when things don't happen or when things don't come to you that easily, okay? Because creating financial freedom is a whole ass journey. It's a journey, honey. It's not a sprint. It is a freaking journey. It's a marathon. It's a long story. It's going to be a long story of a lot of events happening, and you're going to see the beauty of how the universe is manifesting everything for you, but also like how you're facing insecurities and doubt. It's all part of the plan. For a plant, for a flower to grow, we need sunshine as well as rain. Everything is valid here. The only difference is, how do we work with rain? What lesson do we learn when we are experiencing gloomy days and when we are experiencing rain instead of sunshine? Okay. This card here says, be persistent. Mean every word you pronounce. You see, mean every word you pronounce. Remain loyal and true. It's almost like remain loyal and true to yourself, I want to say. Trust your vision and intuition. Stay the course and you will succeed. Don't give up. So Spirit is saying, do not give up. Do not give up, even if you feel like, oh, I thought this is going to manifest faster and stuff like that. Do not give up. If you feel like something is not manifesting right now in this very moment and you get a little bit frustrated, then focus on something else. Like, let's say you're manifesting this goal, okay? It's not there yet and you feel like, oh, I feel so frustrated. I've been doing this for 3 months. Nothing is coming here. You know, continue to work on it. You know, don't give up just because you don't see the results in 3 months. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. Like, energy has to kind of like, it's almost like yesterday I was thinking about it. I was thinking like from Dragon Ball, where they say Kamehameha, and then they first of all have to, like, you know, I think in this in Dragon Ball they have to kind of like, don't they do something like this, those motions where they like create this ball until this ball is strong enough to, you know, travel? That's what I'm feeling here. It's almost like this energy is like a snowball effect. You start with a small snowball, and then it rolls and rolls and rolls. The movement, right? The movement that you have, and then it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. That's what I'm feeling here. So continue to do your things, continue to focus on your business, continue to focus on your career, continue to focus on brainstorming if you're not yet knowing where you're going, right? Focus on finding a solution, focus on finding answers, focus on being inspired, even though you don't see the results yet. And if you feel like, damn, I feel frustrated, focus on another thing that you want to manifest that is not wealth and money. Focus on your diet, focus on transforming your body, focus on growing your hair, focus on something else if you feel frustrated with the results of your labor, you know, so that you kind of like, it's almost like if you focus on multiple things to manifest in your life, at least you see other things growing, you know. It's almost like when you have a garden and you grow tomatoes and you grow strawberries and you grow, what else? And you grow carrots, and then you're seeing like, oh my god, those carrots were never like, I'm not seeing any carrot here growing. Interestingly enough, the tomatoes are growing. So it's almost like focus on like maybe like 2 or 3 things that you want to manifest and focus on them daily. So when one thing doesn't manifest, you don't get frustrated because you see the happiness and the growth in another manifestation. That's what I want to say. Okay, let's get a few more cards here. This is about like, how do you deal with frustration? I almost want to say, definitely. What can pie number 3 do to manifest abundance and money and success? We have the Ace of Pentacles here. There could be an energy of starting something new. This could be investing into something new, starting something new, new habits, investing into something new, doing something in a different way, approaching something in a different way. Okay. Okay. Let's talk about it. Okay, so we have the 8 of Cups here. Spirit is saying that you need to look at this card. Your goal is the house here, right? And here's where you are, and you feel frustrated with where you are. That is absolutely valid. Yes, we don't like it over here. Completely fine, okay? What Spirit is saying is you can move towards your goals without actually being there. So let's say I want 10,000, let's say I want a big mansion, like I want a big apartment, I want to live well, I want to live in a nice country and stuff like that. Spirit is saying, yes, maybe your reality doesn't look like that right now, but you can already move forward emotionally by different habits. So let's say you are you want to have a new life. Okay, you want to have a new life, because I keep feeling like a new life, a new version of yourself. You want to have a new life, but your circumstances are as they are. This is your old life. You are here present in your old life. By changing your habits, doing things differently, starting something new, online courses, online classes, investing into something, going to the gym again, you are inviting new energy into your life, and your life does change slowly but surely, like a small snowball that becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. So small changes are still changes, okay? And they amount to big changes after a while. We have the Two of Cups here as well. So Spirit is saying maybe it's going to be very, very beneficial for you to manifest with your best friend. Oh, interesting. We talked about it, that you see the universe as your best friend. So there could be an energy that Spirit is saying we want you to like connect with us more, but there could also be an energy of like collaborate with your best friend, manifest with your best friend, brainstorm with your best friend. Depending on if you guys have like somewhat the similar goal, you can definitely find a partner to manifest, a partner to attract abundance and money and stuff like that. And then we have the Tower card here. The Tower card always talks about changes, not those small changes. It starts, let me tell you, it starts with a small change. Spirit is saying you're going to make small changes in your life. As you watch this reading, you're going to make small changes in your life, and energetically you're moving away from your old self, you're moving away from your old life. And what you don't know is that this small change is what manifests the huge change in your life. This is what manifests. I know it looks a little bit scary. It's almost like let me get one more card actually, because the Tower card always talks about like an abrupt change, a big change, a huge change, you know, that sometimes scares us. So Spirit is saying they're not bringing this huge energy to you because they don't want to scare you. Let's say you would get like success overnight and it would overwhelm you, like all the people that want to, you know, like have your services, it would overwhelm you. So they're starting small. They're starting with little bits and pieces, little small changes here, so that you get used to that new life that you are creating for yourself, okay? Let me just get one more card here. Look at that. Look at that, how it is manifesting. Look at how strong her manifestation power is here. It starts with something new. Spirit is saying you need to do something different. You need to start something new. A new energy is supposed to enter your life as you walk away from old habits, old belief systems, an old way of living, okay? Okay, my beautiful pile number 3. I hope you like this reading. Let me know down in the comments if you liked it. If you like those readings, let me know if you want to see them more often. Yeah, and I would say I'm going to see you in my next one. I wish you a lovely, lovely day. Bye. Hello. Hello, beautiful pile number 4. You chose this beautiful image here. Let's see what is going on. How can you manifest success? How can you manifest success, manifest wealth, abundance, financial freedom? Oh yeah, you had 4 cards. Okay. Let's look at the cards. Give me a second, guys. That's that. That's this one. Okay. Okay, so the first card that we have for you guys is release resentments about money. Yes, the money system of the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentment about finances just pushes you away from abundance. Instead, see money as a tool you can use to better the world. And this shift will help you to attract support and golden opportunities. So Spirit is very clearly saying here that your attitude towards money needs to change. You are right that the system is corrupt, and why is it like that some people have huge amounts of money and other people are poor? You're absolutely right. Maybe you also feel like you don't want to be rich because you associate being rich with being evil or something like that, you know, which is in most cases is true. Like a lot of rich people, they are, I don't know, maybe not the kindest, but what Spirit is saying is that do you know what I want to say, guys? I want to say that Spirit wants to tell you that they want to make you abundant, they want to make you wealthy, because they know that you will use the money for good matters. They know that if you become abundant, you help people. I almost feel like I feel like tearing up, but it's what I'm feeling here. Spirit is saying, don't see money as something evil. We want to make you abundant, we want to make you rich, because we know you will do something absolutely beautiful that will uplift people. We want you to have money, we want you to be wealthy, we want you to be rich. You know, you're going to be the other kind of rich, that helps people, you know. So I almost want to say, like, Spirit is saying, you deserve to become rich because money is good in your hands. Something that I'm feeling here. I want to tell you that if you have been thinking about, do I deserve the money, or do I even want to become rich, or do I even want to become to make money, you know, do I even want to like live this wealthy, rich lifestyle? Spirit is saying, do not feel guilty about it, because they know that your heart is in the right place, and for that reason they're like, if you're ready to become rich, we're gonna make you rich. That's I feel it very, very intensely. You know, if you are ready, we are ready. That's something that I'm feeling here. Another thing that I'm seeing here is dreams of abundance. It says, as you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal, because they contain valuable insights that will help you to manifest your desires into reality. So it looks like Spirit, that's what I was already feeling. Like, I already felt that Spirit is like directly talking to you. So that means you have a very, very good connection with God. You have a very, very good connection with your spirit guides, that they like come through and tell me to tell you something. Means like you guys are like, you have a good connection over here, right? So the universe, God is saying, pay attention to your dreams, because they have a very, very, your dreams are not mundane. Your dreams are not like to be brushed under the rug. Your dreams, the current dreams that you have right now, they are extremely important. Also daydreams. I'm not only feeling like when you're sleeping, I also feel daydreams are extremely important, what you're thinking about right now, because it looks like they are very much connected to you, like seriously, very, very intensely, in the sense where they do talk to you. They let you know, like in your dreams, they let you know in your daydreams. They want you to journal your dreams, journal your ideas, journal your inspirations, as well as insights. What have you learned today? You know, like maybe you learned like a spiritual lesson for yourself, like, universe, today I learned this and that, you know. I also have here the card Savings, which says, as you consistently save for the future, your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. So Spirit is saying, I almost want to say, maybe they want you to put money away so that you can buy some equipment or something that I'm feeling here. Or they're saying, put some money away, because we're going to bring an idea to you, we're going to bring an opportunity to you that requires for you to invest money. So it's almost like there's something happening in the future that requires for you to save money right now, but you don't know what this opportunity, what this equipment is about, that you're going to need for your success in your career. And then we have the last card that says, do not let the word organization or organizing intimidate you, as it is simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Organizing your thoughts, your reports, your living, and your workspace and your finances will help you know and plan your next steps. So this is what I was talking about, like your brainstorming has to be put on paper, what you're dreaming has to be put on paper, your insights, what you're learning spiritually has to be put on paper. You have to write it down. It's almost like coming to conclusion with something, like your thoughts you need to have an outlet for your thoughts. They need to you need to write them down, you need to type them down, you know, whatever it is. And Spirit is also saying organize for success, in the sense where you see yourself having your own office well, organize your own office. Organize that you have your own office, you know. If you feel like you need something for your desk to kind of like help you to, you know, journal, and you know, if you need a dream journal, get a dream journal, right? Talked about saving and investing into something. I almost want to say invest into organizing for success. And what does that mean to you? Do you need to change or redecorate your room? Do you need to like put money away for, I don't know, like a videographer, right? Do you need to look up what videographers cost if you want to make your own music video? It's almost like organizing and planning. Spirit is saying organizing and planning for your success. Do you know what I watched yesterday? Yesterday I watched the video by Kanye, by Kanye West, and it was the Grammys, and he said when he won his award, he was saying, some people ask me what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never find out. I don't know, I think it's really, really cool to have that kind of attitude. It's almost like don't plan for failure, like, oh, I have to need a plan B, I have to need a plan C. No, plan for success. Okay, I'm gonna have a lot of customers, I'm gonna have a lot of people wanting my products. How am I going to organize for that? What do I need in order to cope with that energy? It's almost like prepare for success. What does that mean to you? Interesting, right? Because I don't know, I keep thinking about this video. He's like, people want to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we never find out. It's almost like this is not an option, you know, like failing is not an option. You know, small little failures like, oh, this didn't work, that didn't work, that is normal. But prepare that for yourself to become a successful person in life. What does a successful person have? Do they have an accountant? Do you already want to look up accountants? Do you already want to read about like taxes because you're going to need it for your business? Do you already want to, you know, draw your outlet, draw your ideas down for your website? What is it? What is it that you would do if your whole business, if everything is working out the way you want it to? That is like whatever you're creating that is going to bring money to you. If everything is working out, what would you have to do to organize for more success so everything is running smoothly? Do it right now. That is welcoming the energy to you, okay? We also have here, keep an open heart, know you are loved, and reflect on your priorities. So Spirit is definitely saying reflect on your priorities. There's an energy that there needs to be a shift in how you spend your time, with what you spend your time, or where you put your time and energy into. Do you need to watch a little bit less YouTube, a little bit less Netflix, and sit more on your table to write everything down, right? Do you need to wake up a little bit earlier to organize everything? Do you need to declutter your room a little bit more often, right? Reflect on your priorities. If your priority is to become a successful business owner, to have like an amazing career, to have so many skills that every company wants to work with you, then make this your priority every day, you know, because sometimes we get distracted by a lot of things, like by, you know, pleasure and comfort. Spirit is saying look at your priorities right now, okay? We also have here, keep your heart open and know you are loved. So I almost want to say, this is what I was feeling, because I felt like I wanted to tear up, because it almost felt like Spirit is saying like they love you for, the universe is saying they love you for your kind heart. They love you that you are so pure, that you think about, you know, people in poverty, that you think about like people that are not doing well, that you think about, oh, the world is unfair, the system is unfair. They really, really appreciate that you are so compassionate to strangers and to the world. They really, really like, you're such an angel, like a little angel to them, you know, and it's almost like they want to tell you like we love you. And because we love you, we're going to help you with success, you know, because we know that you have a golden heart and you deserve it. And what you're going to do with that money is going to benefit everybody around you, you know. That's something that I want to say here. Pile number 4, we also have here balanced karma. It's interesting because what we talked about, like, you know, that you think about like the people that are not doing fine, you know, and maybe like evil people, like the system is evil and stuff like that, or corrupt. And we have the word karma here, which tells me, it almost tells me like you have a good karma, or Spirit is saying we are going to reward you and make you successful for your good karma, okay? So it says, there is a reason for everything. Each life has many connections to previous lives. We're going deep here. You came to balance karma with others. So it's almost like you came here to make the world more beautiful. When things are happening that are very, very unfair, you are here to balance the scale, okay? Allow grief, anger, and guilt to be transformed into a force to fortify you and assist you in fulfilling your purpose of this lifetime. So anger and guilt tells me like maybe you're just angry about the system in general, or you feel like you would feel guilty if you had money, and Spirit is saying you can transform that into an energy that is very helpful to people. So don't think just because you become successful and you have all the money that maybe your character will change, or maybe you will just become one of them, or maybe you shouldn't have money because it's not spiritual. That is absolutely not the truth, because as you make more money you can help more people. That is the truth, okay? So money is a tool for you to bring good things into the world and to other people. So it definitely talks about like that you change your, let's say, your anger towards the system into something that inspires you. Like if this makes you angry, how can you transform that energy into, okay, this makes me angry, so I have my passion tells me I'm gonna do something that helps people that deal with that situation. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like you use your anger, or you use your pure intentions for the world and your compassion for the world, you transform it into something that will kind of like fuel you like a car, as well as help you to find your purpose or to execute your purpose. And then we also have your fresh start. Fresh start. Don't dwell on the past. Dare to make that bold change. There will be sacrifices and roadblocks, but you are protected. It is an imminent move. What is stale and depressed will be revitalized with this new energy. You are shown the way. So it's almost like Spirit is showing you the way. You just have to pay closer attention to everything that all the signs that you receive, and you need to write them down. If you feel inspired about something, don't let this inspiration stay stuck in your head. Write it down immediately, because sometimes we all know that we have a nice idea, we don't write it down because, I don't know, we're currently in the bus or we're currently doing something. No, you take your phone out and you write that down. Every inspiration that is coming to you right here, right now, needs to be written down, okay? Because it might be very, very important for you in order to manifest your success. Just want to get a few more cards here for my beautiful pile number 4. How can pile number 4 manifest their success? Yeah, it's like finding answers here. Finding answers, finding the truth. I want to say this reminds me of like paying attention and observing your surroundings, because Spirit is very, very actively communicating here, very intensely as well. So it's almost like you are shown the way, and look at that. He's looking for the way, and Spirit is saying you are shown the way. So pay attention to your surroundings very, very carefully, to your dreams very, very carefully. And don't dwell on the past is something that they also are saying here. So there's also a change that you need to make. Whatever you feel inspired to change at this point in time, Spirit is saying, go ahead, do it. How can you manifest your success here? Okay. Wow. Okay, so Spirit is saying, ask them questions. You can ask them questions. Ask them questions. You could also go to a reader. You can also like ask them questions, lay your own cards. This is about divination here. Asking Spirit a question, yes or no. Right? Yes or no. And then we have the alphabet here. It reminds me of like asking questions, asking Spirit questions. Okay, definitely do that here. We also have here the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Wands. I'm feeling here, if we look at this card, I almost want to say, Spirit is saying, I want to say that the struggles that you've been through, they developed your character so much that your energy is very intense, in the sense where you have such a strong power to manifest huge things into your life, because you've been through some stuff here, okay? Life wasn't easy. But Spirit is saying, don't dwell on what happened in the past, just see how strong it made you. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So whatever happened in the past, let it go. You are here right now. You are strong. You can manifest. You have the power to make a change here right now, today, that will have a ripple effect in the future. It's almost like focus on your confidence and what brings you confidence, okay? Okay, my beautiful pile number 4, I hope you like this reading. Let me know in the comments if you resonate with it, if you like it, if you like those career readings, and I would love to see you in my next one. I wish you a lovely day. Bye.